She wore her sister's wedding dress, but the groom noticed something. Claire and Bella were sisters, only 1 year apart in age. Growing up, they were each other's shadows, playing in the backyard, whispering secrets under the covers, and sharing everything from makeup to dreams. Their bond was so strong that even their parents used to say, "If you hurt one, the other will feel it." Claire was the older sister, graceful, calm, and always thinking ahead. Bella was the wild one, bubbly, loud, and full of life. But they balanced each other perfectly. No one ever thought they would fight over anything, especially not over love. When Bella met Thomas, everything changed. He was kind, gentle, and had a charming smile. He came into their lives when Bella was in college, and Claire had just started her job in a nearby city. Thomas was Bella's boyfriend, but Claire and Thomas often crossed paths. Claire and Thomas always had a calm and natural connection. They spoke about books, music, and their quiet thoughts, things Bella never really cared for. But Claire kept her distance. She reminded herself, "He's my sister's boyfriend." Over time, Bella and Thomas's relationship grew. After 3 years together, Thomas proposed. Bella screamed with joy, and their parents celebrated. Claire smiled too, but it was the kind of smile that hides pain deep inside. She had loved him quietly, and now she was expected to stand by as the maid of honor, watching the man she secretly loved marry her sister. The house was full of excitement. Bella was dancing around, trying on makeup, fixing decorations, and talking about her honeymoon. "Claire," she said, "I want you to wear the same wedding dress I'll wear during the ceremony rehearsal tonight. I want to see how it looks on someone else before I wear it tomorrow." Claire hesitated. It was Bella's special dress, lace sleeves, long flowing veil, and delicate pearl buttons. But Bella insisted, "Just for a minute, you're taller, so I want to see how it looks from the back." Claire agreed with a soft smile, even though it felt strange. That night, in front of a mirror, Claire slipped into the dress. It fit perfectly. She looked like a bride, not just a sister helping out. Everyone in the room clapped and laughed, including Bella. But what no one noticed was Thomas standing at the door. He had walked in quietly, his eyes locked on Claire. For a moment, he couldn't breathe. The way she stood, the softness in her face, the way the light hit her. She looked like everything he had been searching for, and he couldn't look away. Claire saw him too. Their eyes met for just a few seconds. Something unspoken passed between them. She quickly looked away, blushing, and stepped out of the dress. Thomas said nothing that night, but his heart wasn't the same anymore. The next morning was bright and full of excitement. Guests arrived, flowers filled the church, and Bella was glowing. She was finally getting married to the man she loved. Claire was by her side, helping her into the same white dress, the one she had worn the night before. Bella was too excited to notice Claire's quiet sadness. Claire whispered, "You look beautiful," and kissed her sister's forehead. Then she stepped back and took her place behind her, hiding her feelings as best she could. Meanwhile, Thomas stood at the altar, nervous and distracted. He couldn't stop thinking about the moment he saw Claire in the dress. He hated himself for it, but the image wouldn't leave his mind. The music began. Bella walked down the aisle, smiling. Everyone stood and clapped, but Thomas's eyes kept flicking toward Claire. She stood in the crowd, her head slightly bowed, her eyes glassy. The ceremony continued. Vows were exchanged, and everything went smoothly. But when the priest said, "If anyone sees a reason why this couple should not be joined in marriage, speak now or forever hold your peace," A long silence filled the church. Thomas clenched his fists. He looked at Claire. She looked away, and the ceremony ended. But the story didn't. After the wedding, the reception was lively. Everyone was dancing, laughing, and celebrating. Bella was the happiest bride anyone had seen. But Thomas couldn't fake his smile anymore. He excused himself and stepped outside for air. Claire found him standing alone near the fountain. She walked over quietly. "You should be with Bella," she whispered. Thomas turned to her, his eyes full of confusion. "Claire, what was that look?" "Last night, when you wore the dress, it changed everything." Claire's heart pounded. She didn't want to say it, but her lips trembled as she replied, "Because I love you. I always have. But I would never take you from her. That's why I said nothing." Thomas stepped closer. "I thought I loved Bella. I really did. But after I saw you, I started questioning everything. I thought I knew my heart, but now..." Claire interrupted softly. "It's too late. You're married now. And I would rather disappear than hurt her." She turned and walked away, tears falling down her cheeks. That night, Claire didn't sleep. She packed her bags, left a note for her sister, and disappeared before morning. She didn't want to be part of the lie anymore. 3 months passed. Claire moved to another city and started working at a quiet library. She lived a peaceful but lonely life. She avoided calls from home, even though she missed her family. She especially missed Bella. One day, Bella showed up at her apartment without warning. Claire froze. Bella walked in, placed her purse on the table, and said, "I know everything." Claire's heart sank. "Bella, I didn't mean to," but Bella raised her hand and said, "I saw it, Claire. The way he looked at you, and I saw your eyes too. I just didn't want to believe it." Claire broke down crying. "I never wanted him. I never meant to feel that way. I loved you more than anything." Bella hugged her tightly and whispered, "I know." Then Bella said something Claire didn't expect. "Thomas left me a week ago. He said he couldn't stay in a marriage that wasn't honest. He apologized, and he told me he loved someone else." Claire looked up, shocked. "I swear, I haven't spoken to him." Bella nodded. "I believe you. And that's why I'm here. Not to blame you, but to tell you, you can't control who you love. Just don't lose yourself over it." That moment healed something between them. A year later, Claire walked into a bookshop to find a small event happening, a poetry reading. She sat quietly in the back. When the next name was called, she almost dropped her book, Thomas Gray. He stood on stage, holding a piece of paper, and smiled when he saw her. "This poem," he said, "is about a girl who wore the wrong dress, but had the right heart." He read slowly. His words spoke of love, timing, pain, and the kind of silence that only real love knows. Claire listened with tears in her eyes. After the reading, they sat together. No guilt, no secrets, just truth. Thomas said, "It took time to understand everything. But now I know where I belong, if you'll let me in." Claire looked into his eyes and nodded. "But we take it slow. For us, not for the past." They walked out of the shop together. The night was quiet, and the stars were brighter than they had ever been. Because sometimes the wrong moment still leads you to the right person, and the love you weren't supposed to have becomes the one that stays forever.